Hi everyone, my name is May. I was graduated from college 8 years ago as an English major student. Now I'm working as a product owner and senior business analyst. So today I'm going to talk about SQL. Last time we just discussed about the relationship between database and our application. And SQL is a structured query language that we use to manage the database. Currently, we have some commercial DB management systems like Oracle and SQL Server. And we also have some open source system as well. So today we're gonna talk about the statement. From my experience, people without IT background are not familiar with the IT mindset, or let's say technical way of thinking. So how are we gonna better understand this methodology? First of all, we need to understand this is a language. So before learning the theory and practice, we'll have to translate the terms into our own language. We use some examples in our real life, understand the equation, and do the mapping. For example, the term equal to deleting table in SQL is actually job table. And the action of add or create data, in SQL we call it insert into. And the relational DB is not difficult for us to understand. It's similar to the Excel files and way more powerful than Excel. Imagine this way. We can use only one statement, which is a sentence containing some commands, to execute a same action for more than millions of Excel sheets. Say, for example, removing one certain type of data from all files, or delete certain type of all tables, or editing certain columns of all tables if they can meet some condition that we describe in the statement. So SQL is actually very powerful. Okay, so first of all, I'm trying to write the user story of learning SQL. So why SQL? SQL has lots of advantages. For example, it can retrieve a large amount of data from the database very quickly and efficiently. And it's easy to learn. And actually supported by every database management system. Require no large amount of coding. It's very similar to a natural language. So here's the user story. I try to write it down. As a SQL beginner without IT background, I want to understand what is SQL and how to use it. Or let's say, as a SQL beginner without IT background, I want to acquire knowledge of SQL 101. It's like the entry-level knowledge of SQL. The common practice is that we do some concept mapping and then understand the structure and set a target with some priority, like you ranking from number 1 to number 3 or number 5. It's up to you, but just try to set up the priority on your own. You can set up our own planning, and the next step would be implement, and we're gonna do the retrospective daily or weekly. It's up to you. Overview of what you have achieved and what's the lesson learned. And then we could use the Agile Scrum way to adjust our plan and the method. Okay, let's continue to explore further of this statement. So what I'm gonna do is to demo you the standardized one. Last time we already introduced the three major functions of SQL, which is DDL, DML, and DQL. So DDL is more on the it's more about the operation in DB layer and table layer, operated by the system admin. For example, we can create database and we can alter database and then to do some other actions. And it can vary as per DB management system. I'm not gonna go any further about this one at this time yet. And the table layer as well, we have the create action and altering. We can create index and job index. We could update a table and then we could job table. So job table is actually equal to delete table. And the DML is equal to editing actions like add or create new data or table into the database. So we can delete from a table where the column value is equal to blah blah. I didn't include any example here, but I'm gonna show you later. And then delete from table where the value or the column actually meets some condition here. So we can just write the condition detail here. And delete from table name and other actions. So as you can see here, this section is all about the DQL. Okay, I'm trying to list some typical sentence here with some notes here. And you can see that they actually being categorized in different types. So first of all, this sentence is actually the most general one that we will use to search and do the data query from the database. Select and asterisk. So it's actually this symbol. So I'm gonna show you later. And then following by the table name. And the next one is condition query. Can see here, where, and then followed by the condition. Okay. Next one is the projection query. Under this branch, we can also do some sequencing and then to split the result by page. Okay. Next step, let's do some practice. Say we already install a SQL server in our computer, and then we're gonna select the server name. Okay, the database engine here. Okay, I'm just gonna use the default selection and then connect. Okay, here's the database, and then this platform is actually what we discussed about is the database management system interface. In the left panel that we have the structural table here, and then you can see that the database security. So what we're gonna use is the database here. So I actually created a test2 database under this branch. So for example, we can also Okay, by right click, can also create a new database here. And then the name, for example, we can text to test. Okay, we already have a test 2. Okay, test 3. Okay, and then add. Okay. Okay, new database. And by right click, we can rename or delete this database. It's very simple, similar to we managing a folder in our system. Okay. And by select on this one, we can also so what I'm gonna do is to use the test 2 because I already created some test data in it. So sample and open a new query. Okay. Select or arrow stack from student. Okay, it's already here. Okay, student. SQL. Okay, this is a blank table that I created before, but let's say if you would like to create a new table here, can do that as well. Okay, create city. Let's put it 100. Okay. This is the table that we create. Select. And then the next step, what I'm gonna show you is that to create some data. For example, could create insert into, because name actually belong to the characters, so we need to follow the format here. Okay, one row affected. So yeah, it's already complete. Select or once again to check the result. Okay. Here it is. Condition query. So we're gonna show the condition here. Like for example, select from table where and add the condition. Okay. Select from student, let's say where okay. Give me 1 minute. Where or let's say class equal to 1 SQL. Okay, so we can see that from the result. Select a column from the table. Select name. Okay. SQL. Okay, so it's only showing the column name here, and then we can try add more. Name and school. Okay, so this is it. And the next one, sequencing. Okay, let's see. For example, I'm gonna sequence, then just add order by school. Okay, so that's all for today. So tomorrow we're gonna continue with the aggregation query and the multi-table query. Okay, thank you.